Minister Stahlknecht, thank you very much for your nice words. We're always responsible for the weather when it's good weather. If the weather was bad, it was the federal state's fault. But today, we cooperated. We invited all of you, especially the federal state, invited all of you. We wanted to have the German Congress on Crime Prevention last year, but it's even better today because the weather is so much nicer. Let's talk a little bit about this location here. This stage, the Seebühne, is situated in the park, Elbauen Park. It was established after the wall came down, and back then the area here looked very different. Next to this part is the used to be barracks for soldiers, Russian soldiers, and you see that the area was reshaped to be a leisure park. It hosted the Federal Garden Show in 1999, and President Herzog said back then, or talked during the opening session, and you see that many years after that, it's a beautiful park where people can do sports. You see the mountain in the background. It's a deposit for garbage, and the garbage there is treated so it doesn't leave any damage. And on the other side of the park is the University of Applied Sciences, Magdeburg Stendal, with its 4,500 students who live in the city of Magdeburg. They also, some of them live on campus, which was also part of the Russian barracks. And these times changed, and the Russian soldiers, of course, are not here any longer. We reshaped this city as a whole. You won't find any spot in the city where nothing has changed. And today, we are able to offer congresses just like this one, which in the past was not possible because of the lack of hotel rooms. So it's a revolution that 25 years ago led to a wonderful result, but of course we have not achieved our goals yet. There's still a lot of work to do. There's still unemployed people in Magdeburg. That's not our topic today. The topic is prevention, and prevention is a very general topic. The municipalities are also active in the field of prevention. With the council, together of the city and the municipalities, we want to tackle problems with drugs and students who don't attend school regularly. And we want to see how preventive measures help us to reduce crime rates. We don't believe we can come down to a rate of 0% in crime rate, but of course, money needs to be spent on prevention. My colleagues from the social fields know that prevention needs to take place in the field of youth work, for example. But it's difficult. But we don't have the chance and the option to say what would happen if we didn't do anything. We cannot reject prevention because we need to make sure certain things don't happen. Youth prevention is important. If we don't pay attention to our young people, it's difficult to get them back on track. To this end, one of the most decisive things we need to take care of is the family. When families work out and are functional, then youth won't, or it's less likely for youth to turn out to be criminals. But we don't only talk about state organizations, but also of non-governmental organizations such as sports associations, youth clubs. Anything, any one of them belongs to our team to help prevent crime. a very interesting topic at the moment in Magdeburg, in Germany, and in Europe as a whole is the question of refugees. How do we prevent conflicts in this field? I read 2 police reports last week. There was a case in one street, 4 Germans attacked 1 refugee, and then on another street, 2 foreigners attacked a German woman. All of this takes place and is happening, and we need to make sure that we can prevent these things from happening, that these cases don't spread. And this is possible with preventive measures that help people meet. And most people in East Germany have had little contact with foreigners. In Magdeburg and Saxony-Anhalt, we only have a foreigners rate of 3%. People here never had the chance to meet foreigners, and that's what we have to organize, and that's a very important way to prevent crimes, to make sure that the people from abroad who stay here and want to stay here, we want to make sure that there won't be confrontation. Instead, we want to meet them. We want them to attend the same schools like our children and the same sports clubs. And this is an important issue for prevention. And certainly there will be some setbacks, but I'm sure we'll succeed. I hope you'll be successful, have fruitful discussions here in Magdeburg during those 2 days. And Saxony-Anhalt as a state, the municipalities and its towns want to contribute to the preventive measures to make Europe a safer place. Thank you very much. Enjoy your stay in Magdeburg.